You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night. I'm Carrie, this is Jeff, and you may have noticed the new star of our show, our brand new set.
Carrie, you promised.
Oh, that's right, this isn't a TV set. We're really in a Galaxy-class starship in orbit around the Earth.
Wow, look down there at all those people. They kind of look like little itty-bitty ants.
I don't care what world you live in, just as long as Starfleet put in those special modifications that I requested. Computer, emergency beam out. There we go. Come to Papa. So, what sort of special modifications did you ask for from Starfleet, Jeff?
Power steering. Hard to starboard. Hard to port. Hard to starboard.
Level off! Oh, look what you... Security, get up here and arrest Mr. Vice for wasting a perfectly good martini.
Uh-oh, looks like I'm going to be watching Enterprise from the brig. You're watching Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV.
Coming up, the Royal Action Figure Theater Company makes its triumphant return at 9:25. Shatner gets his own talk show, but before that, we're going to need your help.
You are going to name our spaceship. Details at 9.
Also coming up at 9:45, the Geekly World News with all your sci-fi news and rumor. And if you're a fan filmmaker, be watching at 9:55. We're going to tell you how to submit your films to be on our show.
Deep Space Nine's coming up at 9, but let's get back to Enterprise on Sci-Fi Sunday Night.
Oh, stay tuned. Deep Space Nine is coming up next. This is Sci-Fi Sunday Night on Z24 TV. I'm Carrie. This is Jeff. If you've seen this show at all in the past, you may have noticed we have a new set, a soundstage.
Whoa.
You're really going to go through this, aren't you?
Yeah, and why not? We're on a Starfleet spaceship that's orbiting what humans call the Earth.
That's good. Keep it up, Jeff. Girls are crazy about guys who have their own spaceship. So they call me and tell me that we have this new set, spaceship. And I realized if we have a ship, we've got to have a christening ceremony where we break a bottle of champagne and name the ship.
That's where you come in because everything we've come up with so far sucks.
Yeah, get something to write with. We're going to give you our email address in just a few moments. Here's some examples of the ship names that we came up with and why they suck. Like the USS Roddenberry. We thought that would be good. Roddenberry, the great bird of the galaxy. No, can't. Majel Barrett shares his name, so we booted that one.
Next, USS Crusher, most popular Star Trek family ever. Well, and then we sobered up.
I thought maybe the USS Trelane after the original member of the Q Continuum, but then the prop department called me, told me how much money it was going to cost them to decorate this place in purple throw pillows and lace and leopard spots, so we booted that one too.
As Shat nerds, Carrie and I thought, maybe USS Kirok or USS Botox.
But that sounded too much like buttocks. So you can see the problem that we're having here.
Anyway, here's our email address. Please remember if you do send in an entry to put name the ship in the subject line so we can tell the difference between those and our usual hate mail.
If we pick your name of the ship that you choose, you will win the satisfaction of knowing that you named a TV set on a stupid little Cowtown puppet show. And a fabulous Z24 TV prize pack as well. Be creative, be funny, just do it so that we don't have to.
Aspiring filmmakers, want your films to be seen on this show? Details coming right up.
Action Figure Theater at 9:25, but right now it's Deep Space Nine on Z24 TV.
And here's Shatner. Thank you everyone. I just flew in from Alpha Centauri, and boy are my arms tired. Hi-oh.
My first guest tonight is a man I've worked with for many years. Please welcome my chief engineer, James Scotty Doohan. Jimmy, over the years, there's been a lot of bad blood between us. Our personal dislike for each other is well known. But tonight, I want to apologize for being a total ass all these many years. Can you shake my hand and forgive me?
I can never forgive you, Shatner. You can't be a total jerk all your life and then say I'm sorry. You ruined my life. You ruined my career. I'll go to my grave hating your stinking guts.
Hi-oh! Join me next time as I apologize to Mr. Chekhov. Good night, everybody.
You're watching Geekend Update with Kerry Jackson and Jeff Vines.
Good evening. Our top story tonight, C-3PO is a big meanie. No, he is. Actor Anthony Daniels, who plays the robotic sidekick in the Star Wars movies, kind of peeved off little kids in England because he was charging up to $32 per autograph. They weren't happy. Their parents weren't happy. But I'll tell you who was happy. Former Star Trek co-star Grace Lee Whitney, who immediately upped her autograph price to 4 Percocets. or 6 for an autographed photo.
In TV news, Yancey Butler, star of the superhero TV series Witchblade. We're proud to say she's out of alcohol rehab. Yancey, this bud's for you. Congratulations, way to go. She only put the production a month behind schedule, but everything's fine. Producers want you to know that there are no truth to the rumors that they were thinking of replacing Yancey with Star Trek co-star Grace Lee Whitney, because she's in rehab.
In movie news, December sees the release of The Two Towers, the second of the Lord of the Rings adaptations. Now, the film has already touched off a minor controversy because of its title. Some think it's insensitive in light of September 11th with the World Trade Center. So we at Geekend Update would like to suggest some alternate titles. Lord of the Rings, 100% Jar Jar free. Lord of the Rings, this time there's an ending. We promise.
In Star Trek movie news, Star Trek X, or Star Trek Nemesis, as it's being called, will be released in December. It features the entire Next Generation cast back and features a new Star Trek villain who is a clone, an evil clone of Captain Picard. Paramount producers want you to know there's no truth to the rumors that the movie's title will be changed to Star Trek Attack of the Clone. One clone. Never mind.
Oh, anyway, that's all the news for this week. Thank you and have a pleasant geek tomorrow.
Clone. Attack the Clone. Start.
I think they got it, Carrie. Thank you for joining us for our special Breaking in the New Spaceship episode of Sci-Fi Sunday Night. As always, we're looking to make the show more interactive.
That's why we're turning to you, our dear friends in the geek audience. We know you. We know you're amateur filmmakers. We know you got fan films, and we want to show them here on our little program. We want to spew your Spielbergian genius to the thousands of people who watch this. Hundreds of people, there's a dozen. My mom watches, and she really would like to see your films.
But they have to be short, 1 or 2 minutes in length, and be sci-fi or fantasy material, you know, Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, or superheroes.
Superheroes would be cool. And most importantly, and I know I'm going to catch hell for this, please send us just the funny ones. I mean, the dramas are nice and all, but, well, unless they're so serious that they're funny. You see, people like to laugh, which is probably why the ratings on this show are in the toilet. Send your fan films, here's the address, to Sci-Fi Sunday Night, care of KPNZ TV, 150 North Wright Brothers Drive, Suite 520, Salt Lake City, Utah, 84116. If you're wondering why I have to read this off a piece of paper, the letters are all backwards where I'm sitting. I can't read it.
Also, we want your feedback. Send any email to geeks@z24tv.com. But remember, in the subject field, you should put something like hate mail or marriage proposals for Jeff.
That's very optimistic. That's very nice.
I'm being serious.
You're serious. Okay. Before we go, shout-outs to our Starfleet Corps of Engineers who built this spaceship. Eric and Jeff, you guys rule and are gods among geeks. Thank you very much. They did an excellent job, I think. Be sure to read Jeff's film criticism in the Deseret News.
Listen to Carrie on X96 tomorrow morning and hear my movie reviews on Thursdays.
Thursday mornings.
Thanks to Janie Fleet. Thank you for watching. Good night.